Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, just bringing you guys an update for my Morphtronic deck profile for August 2013. It's been a little while since I touched this deck, so I thought I'd give you guys an update. It's a pretty fun deck. If you haven't tried them, definitely give it a shot. It's a really fun one to use, so we'll go ahead and go through it, show you guys what it's made of. First off, I run 3 Morphtronic Self-On. This card is pretty much the main Morphtronic of the deck. Pretty much all Morphtronics gain different effects, whether they're in attack and defense mode. And with Self-On's effect, you roll a dice, and if he's in attack mode, you reveal the top cards of your deck depending on what you roll. And if there's a Morphtronic among them, you can special summon it. And if he's in defense mode, you can just search the top cards of your deck. So you can prepare yourself for when you switch him to attack mode if there are any Morphtronics from the pile. I also run 3 Morphtronic Borden. Pretty much with him, when he's in attack mode, all my Morphtronics can attack directly, and when he's in defense mode, other Morphtronics I control cannot be destroyed by battle. And he's got 1800 defense, so he acts as a good wall. And I also run 3 Morphtronic Boomboxen. Pretty much with Boomboxen, when he's in attack mode, he can attack twice, and when he's in defense mode, when one of my face-up Morphtronic monsters is selected for an attack, I can negate the attack. So I like to run 3 of him. He's pretty good, can get over some of the small stuff, acts as a small barrier for the time. And I also run 2 Morphtronic Radion. He is pretty much the power-up for the Morphtronics. While in attack mode, Morphtronics I control gain 800 attack, and when he's in defense mode, they gain 800 defense. So you can pretty much add 800 attack to Boomboxen, making him a 2000 attack point hitter. So he's not bad. I like to run 2 of him, and I think he's the only Morphtronic in my deck that's not a machine-type monster. He's a Thunder-type. And I also run 2 Morphtronic Scopen. This card is the tuner for the deck, so you can go into your Synchro Summons. And while he's in attack position, once per turn, you can special summon 1 Morphtronic monster from your hand. Destroy it during the end phase. Doesn't really matter though, because you're just going to Synchro for a level 7. And when he's in defense mode, he acts as a level 4 monster, so you can go into level 8 Synchros. And I also run 2 Morphtronic Slingin. He's pretty much the Morphtronic in the deck that blows up your opponent's cards. While in attack position, once per turn, I can tribute 1 Morphtronic monster, except for Slingin, to destroy 1 card on the field. And when he's in defense mode, if he would be destroyed, you can destroy another Morphtronic. So you'll keep him around. I pretty much like to get rid of my Self-On if he's just going to be sitting out on the field, because Self-On's a pretty easy hit from my opponent. So I blow up the Self-On, destroy one of their cards, and I'm all good from there. I also run 2 Thunder King, pretty much because the deck doesn't do much search to the hand. It pretty much just special summons when it gets the chance, and Thunder King helps lock my opponent down, plus his second effect is awesome. And I'm also running 2 Effect Veiler, just for the added help. That's it for the monsters. We'll move on to spells. I run 2 Morphtronic Accelerator. This is pretty much the Gemini Spark for Morphtronics, except it's not a quick play. But pretty much I return 1 Morphtronic card from my hand to the deck to destroy 1 card of the field, and then I draw 1 card. So it's a pretty good plus. I only like to run 2 though. 3 is kind of a dead draw. I also like to run 2 Morphtronic Map. It's just nice to have this field spell in the deck, pretty much because each time a Morphtronic changes the battle position, I place 1 Morph counter on this card, and all my Morphtronics gain 300 attack for each counter on it, so it really gives them that small power-up that they need. And when this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, I can special summon 1 Morphtronic from my graveyard, so it really helps in those situations. I'm also running 2 Junk Box. This is pretty much a monster reborn for Morphtronics. I can special summon 1 level 4 Morphtronic monster from my graveyard, destroy it during the end phase. I sometimes like to go for Self-On, then use his effect. If I can at least get a Morphtronic off the special summon from him, it's worth it, or I can just go into Exceed Summon to save them. I'm also running 1 Machine Duplication. Pretty much use this card with Borden and Self-On to get other copies of them out on the field, so I can build a wall with Borden, or I can just go off lots of special summons with these Self-Ons. And I also run 1 for 1, pretty much because Self-On kind of is the most important Morphtronic in the deck, so you want to get him out on the field as quickly as possible. And just 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Heavy Storm, and 2 MST as well. And we'll go ahead and move on to traps. I'm running 2 Dimensional Prison just for protection. I like to run 2 no entry. I like this card pretty much because it changes all attack position monsters to defense mode, so it pretty much stops my opponent, and it also switches my attack position Morphtronics into defense mode, so it really helps with that situation. If I have map on the field, it builds up the map counters, the morph counters, my bad, and I can also get the effects of the Morphtronics next turn without having to have changed their battle position. Plus, I also run 2 Threatening Roar. This is pretty much just for stall, because the Morphtronics do have low attack points. And I also run 1 Solemn Judgment, 1 Warning, and 1 Starlight Road. And that's it for the main deck. We'll move on to the extra. 1 Formula Synchron. Pretty much with the Veiler and the Selphon, I can go into him. 1 Allied Justice Cataster, 1 Librarian, 1 Gaia Knight, 1 Black Rose, 1 Ancient Sacred Wyvern, a really good card in the deck, 1 Ancient Fairy Dragon, Stardust for the Starlight, and 1 Slacker Magician. Really helps if I have 2 Selphons on the field and I don't want them to die. She helps build up that wall. 1 Leviathan Dragon, 1 Wind-Up Zen Mains, 1 Utopia, 1 Maestroke, 1 Papal Operative, and 1 Gemnite Pearl. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the deck. Hope you guys enjoyed. Morphtronics are really fun. Definitely recommend giving them a shot. And that's pretty much it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.